Whoa! It's crazy. High impact super news.
It's high impact super news, HISN for short.
HISN.
Yes.
High impact super news.
It's HISN time, and we are your two least favourite hosts, Jules and Tiny Pete.
Yeah, your two favourite hosts aren't here still, Ben and Adam Blompier, so you're going to have to deal with it.
Sorry, I guess.
You've got us.
Yeah. So what's on the impact news today then, mate?
You know full well what's on the impact news.
Oh, it's silver screen time.
It's big silver screen news. It's official.
Johnny English 3 is coming out soon.
Is it really?
Is that not what we're talking about?
No, it's not.
Oh, right, okay.
We're here to talk about The Dark Tower, the film, getting a TV show.
Is that actually why we're here? I genuinely thought we were talking about Johnny English 3.
Well, sure.
Wait, who the hell cares about The Dark Tower? We got Johnny English 3. That's like, okay, Johnny English 1, pedigree film. Johnny English 2,
actually.
seminal.
Not seen it. Not seen the second one.
Do yourself a favour, mate. Check it out.
First one was pretty good.
And then Johnny English 3 has been announced. Rowan Atkinson, big man.
Oh, I love Rowan Atkinson. But sadly, I can't allow this conversation to continue.
I genuinely thought we were talking about it.
Well, we're not.
Okay, fair enough. What are we talking about then?
We're talking about the fact that, well, you know how The Dark Tower is coming out in the UK? I think it might already be out in the US.
Oh, yeah, it's been getting terrible reviews.
It has. That's the Stephen King book that got turned into a film starring Idris Elba, who plays a
gunslinger from Midworld who has to go to the tower, the Dark Tower.
End World or something.
I wish that the trailer had as much conviction as you've just put across, mate, because I would watch it in that case.
That all aside,
right?
What we're actually here to talk about is the fact that that film
Yep.
has a TV show that's been kind of in the works for a while, but it sort of disappeared and everyone was like, is that still happening?
Right.
And we now know that it probably is still happening because it's official that The Walking Dead's Glenn Mazzara, who knows?
Mozzarella.
Okay, yeah, maybe. He's gonna be showrunner.
Oh, cool. That's a positive move, actually, because the early sort of Walking Dead outside of Herschel's Farm, season 2, was a bit weak.
Yeah.
The early Walking Dead was fantastic.
I think the first season is in its own. It's very different to where the show is gone to. But actually, if you look at it in isolation, I think that's a really, really great piece of TV. Just the way that everyone's trying to come to terms with the world. Well, I guess most people already have. But if you wake up from a coma, you're going to be, a bit distraught at what's happened to the world.
If I found out that Maserati, or whatever his name is, has got had a hand in The Governor, and obviously his role in season 3 and future, I won't spoil it for anyone who's watched it from that. But that's good news because I mean, they were well-paced episodes.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. So it seems like,
But is this the right thing for him to be working on? I mean, if this film is as bad as it looks, I mean, the trailers do not make me want to go and see it.
Well, interestingly, I don't know if it's as a result of the film not doing well.
Right.
But once upon a time, Mr. Idris Elba was down to appear in this TV show. Not necessarily as the constant lead, because the idea of the TV show is it's almost like an origin story or just looking back into the past of Roland's life. And it seemed that the way it was going to go is Mr. Elba was going to do sort of flashback kind of storytelling moments, maybe like at the start and end of episodes or something like that, or he might do a monologue and he'd be sort of like saying, remember the time I shot that cat?
To be fair, a lot of his stories would revolve around him shooting things.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that could have worked.
It could have done, but he's out. He's.
I don't blame him. I'm surprised. I mean, he was in Luther, for God's sake. And then he's gone and done this pile of crap.
It's a testament to the fact that, as many other films have shown us as well, to be honest, that you can't just hire an excellent actor and expect a film to do well. It's every metric needs to hit the mark. You need good writing, good production.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even the only good actor in that one, because obviously Matthew McConaughey's in the film.
The man in
devil,
black.
Effectively.
Yeah,
and
Galaxy Defenders.
To be fair, Matthew McConaughey's really turned recently, because obviously with Dallas Buyers Club being his sort of arc, he has gone shooting up. He's a fantastic actor now. But this is the type of film, when I watched the trailer for it, I was just like, did Stephen King's son write this over a weekend?
Right.
Because this looks very dumb.
I don't know what age rating is. It might be that they had to sort of water it down a bit to appeal to it, because they've got that the kid in it he's called like Jake or something, and I guess he's meant to live vicariously through him.
Yeah.
As a 10-year-old boy who might be watching this film, you might be like, oh,
I don't know if I could ever emote to somebody who's like a 10-year-old white male. I feel like I'm too mature for that, mate.
Right, yeah, fair enough. As you say, at the moment, it's got 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa, 19%.
Or if you flick over to the like trusted critics or whatever it's called, it's 16%. So.
Jeez Louise.
Not ideal.
No, that's not good. So I think if the bosses ask us to go and review this, I will probably turn it down.
Oh, God.
I don't want to see this film.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely.
Have you noticed that the trailer was literally just 90% of him reloading? Like, just it was just kind of like... Do you remember watching Waterworld back in the day? I'm going somewhere with this.
Right, yeah.
A lot of that film was taken up by the fact it was like Kevin Costner turning a crank that would make a sail go up, and then that would pop out, and then he'd press a button, and then he'd do this. It was all about him just like doing stuff.
Yeah.
And never about what was actually going on. It was just padding out the runtime with just him going like, I'm moving, therefore you're entertained.
Right.
And that's what I feel like this film is going to be like. It's just going to be him going, oh, only 5 bullets left. Oh, I better reload by throwing it over my shoulder and catching it in there.
He's like a cocktail artist, isn't he?
Yeah, and you know what? Those people are the wankiest sort of people. It's just like, give me my mojito in a bag with a straw.
Yeah.
I don't need any of this faff.
Right.
just slagging off all of the mixologists. Mixology, that's not even a f***ing career choice. What,
But there you go, that's the news. Glenn Mazzarati, mozzarella, marzipan is going to be showrunner for the Dark Tower TV show, which is now, quote, independent from the new movie. So it's not just that Idris Elba's not involved, it's independent.
To be honest, that's the best thing for it. If the film is going to be as bad as the ratings and the trailer look, then why not distance yourself from it and start fresh?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, best of luck to it, you know? Like
you say, if they start afresh and they've got a good showrunner, if it's just treated as a completely separate entity, it might work. You know, Stephen King, at his core, I think he's a very good writer, and you can't necessarily just take Stephen King stuff and turn it into a film or a TV show and expect it to be perfect, because objectively, the original It, right. Not actually a great film.
No,
overrated.
I watched it recently. It's just boring.
It's very, very long. Obviously, I mean, Pennywise, in and of, as a character and as a portrayal, Tim Curry.
I was about to say Tim Curry wasn't acting; he was just being himself.
Yeah, I mean that is perfection. I don't have a bad word to say about that aspect of it. But actually, if you look, it's on a double-sided DVD. Did you know that?
No.
It might not be anymore, but when I bought it,
so you had to flip it over. So long.
I got halfway through, and then it sort of ended on this scene where someone went ah, and it cut to black, and then the DVD just ended. I was like, wait, what, is this the end of the movie?
Oh my god.
And then I took it out to put it back in the box, and I was like, wait, there's no art on this. Oh god, I have to turn it over to the other side. So that was a treat. Have you heard about Cujo?
Are we just talking about Stephen King now?
We're really drawing out this ending, but I want to tell you about the Cujo. Are you aware of Cujo, the original movie?
Rabid dog wants to bite people.
Yeah.
Bit frisky.
Yeah, Stephen King book about a rabid dog. It was a good film. The dog did very well in it. I was impressed by the dog acting. There was talk of a remake as early as 2014, 2015.
Right.
Cujo, it would have been called again, except now, the name Cujo isn't just the name Cujo, it's an acronym. Do you want to know what Cujo stands for?
For what?
Canine Unit Joint Operations. Because now he's a sort of genetically modified police dog, Jurassic World velociraptor militarized monster.
That is so dumb. That is so fucking dumb.
That is a good place. I'm glad I got that in the very long outro.
You can't just drop this and then just end the thing. Like, what?
I'm going to go and read about Johnny English 3. Goodbye.
I was about to say, the only thing, if I was going to choose to watch a film, right, that had an English lead, was full of action and great quotes, it ain't going to be the f***ing Dark Tower, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be Johnny English 3 in cinemas soon.